You can be anything, do anything. The world tells you this every day. And yet, why does that promise feel so heavy? Why does the idea of endless freedom leave you lying awake at night, wondering if you've made the wrong choices? Or worse, no choices at all? Today, let's talk about the paradox of freedom, about how what's meant to liberate us often ends up imprisoning us, and what we can do about it. We grow up in a culture that worships choice. From the moment you can walk and talk, you're asked, who do you want to be when you grow up? As if you should already know. As if there's a shelf somewhere, neatly stocked with identities, careers, lifestyles. Just pick one, like a breakfast cereal. And it doesn't stop there. Every corner of your life is a marketplace now. University courses, dating apps, streaming platforms, jobs across continents. Swipe, scroll, compare, decide. Or don't. Because how can you, when every option feels like it could change everything? The irony is almost cruel. You're promised empowerment, but what you get is paralysis. Imagine standing in a supermarket aisle. 200 kinds of cereal. Some are healthy, some nostalgic, some trendy, some cheap. You read every label. You hesitate. You worry. What if there's a better one 2 shelves down? What if you pick the wrong one? And suddenly, you're not just choosing breakfast. You're trying to prove to yourself that you're capable of making a perfect choice. And that pressure doesn't go away when you walk out of the store. It follows you everywhere. You want to start a new path, but something inside hesitates. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because when the possibilities are endless, there's no obvious place to begin, no clear direction. That's the freeze. The indecision that comes when your brain tries to process too much at once. You feel like you should be moving, but your feet won't lift off the ground, because movement requires letting go of other directions. And that's terrifying, isn't it? The thought that every yes is also 1,000 silent no's. We call it FOMO, fear of missing out. But it's more than a meme. It's an emotional weight. A quiet anxiety that you might be living the wrong life while someone else, somewhere else, is doing it right. So even when you do choose, something still lingers. Doubt, restlessness, that annoying whisper in your head. Maybe I should have picked differently. Maybe I missed something better. This dissatisfaction isn't a flaw in you. It's a byproduct of a culture that tells you more is always better. That if you're not constantly optimizing, you're falling behind. That your worth is measured in the quality of your choices. But here's the thing nobody tells you. More choice doesn't automatically mean more freedom. Because real freedom isn't about having a million paths. It's about knowing which one truly matters to you. And that requires something deeper. Something quieter. Something that our noisy, option-saturated world often drowns out. It requires a sense of self. See, without a strong internal compass, choices become overwhelming. You look outside for answers. Polls, reviews, other people's lives, and end up lost in the noise. You chase trends instead of truth. You confuse movement with direction. But when you have a clear sense of who you are, everything changes. You stop asking, what's the best option? And start asking, what's right for me? That shift is everything. Because the problem isn't the choices. It's the chaos they create when there's no foundation beneath them. So how do you build that foundation? Start by embracing limits. Not as restrictions, but as guides. Think of a blank canvas. Endless possibility. But it's only when you begin to sketch, to define, to draw boundaries, that something beautiful can emerge. Limitations can clarify. They can focus your energy. They can protect you from burning out in pursuit of everything. Try choosing a few things and going deep, instead of spreading yourself thin across many. Replace the obsession with goals by living according to values. Goals can change, expire, even mislead. But values, they ground you. They remind you of what really matters. Honesty, compassion, growth, presence. They're not achievements. They're principles. And when you act from your values, choices start to make more sense. Not easier necessarily, but clearer. Also, allow yourself to choose what's good enough, not perfect. This is something psychologists call satisficing. It's the opposite of maximizing. It's saying, this works, this feels right, I'll move forward. Because chasing the best often means never starting at all. And what's the cost of that? Of waiting for the perfect choice that never comes? Time, energy, peace of mind. You deserve better. You deserve the freedom of clarity, not of endless possibility. You deserve to feel like your life is your own, not a series of guesses based on other people's expectations. And the truth is, most of the time, the thing you're searching for out there is already inside you. It's not hidden behind more options. It's revealed when you simplify, when you stop trying to be everything, when you dare to be something fully, Because freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about knowing what you want in the first place. And when you know that, when you trust that, the noise fades, the anxiety softens, and you begin, finally, to live on your own terms. So next time you feel overwhelmed, frozen, unsure, ask yourself not, what should I do? But who am I becoming by this choice? And maybe then, the answer will come a little easier.